How to manage your money like the rich. Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is where we share with you ways to make money online and generate multiple streams of passive incomes. This video was inspired after reading the best-selling book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you haven't read this fantastic book, then please get a free copy of the book from the description section in this video. Okay, now let's get started. We live in a world in which everything is changing rapidly, especially in the financial realm, and if you want to stay relevant, you have to make some money moving around. Money moves are those conscious financial decisions you make that might have an important impact either now or in the future on your financial life. These movements can influence the amount of money you make, the way you spend it, and the way you maintain your cash. I'll tell you 5 money moves you must make in the new financial world. Number 1. Evaluating your industry's longevity. The world is changing fast, and new industries daily drive other companies to extinction. Technological advances have changed the way companies do business in this new age. The rapid increase in the rate of communication and transmission of information also helps companies to grow quickly. If your current industry is relevant, then it should be up to date. The world is changing from conventional to digital advertising. That doesn't mean that old forms of advertising like newspapers, posters, radio and TV are dead. However, the number of people who rely on such data source is now less than it used to be. The internet has today transformed the way marketing is conducted. You may simply commercialize your products on the internet at a lower price and can also reach a larger audience and a more relevant audience. If your industry still isn't online and you don't connect with your clients on social media, then you may not last long. Your industry must be adaptable and willing to go where customers are, because customers today spend the majority of their time on the internet. Videos and pictures are available on the internet. These are more interactive than standard, obsolete advertising. If you work in an industry based on traditional operating and marketing approaches, you need to make that move now. Such as an industry's future may not be sustainable and they go out of the market at any time, leaving you without work. However, if the industry learns how to use new technologies, there may be a future. They can mix their skills with the latest technology to construct a successful company. Think about the traditional transport system being adapted by Uber and other startups. If your industry relies on old means, you should change the industry as soon as possible. There was a time when there were no computers. Once upon a time, NASA relied on people to do difficult calculations. However, most of these mathematicians now have been replaced with computers that can work faster and more precisely. You have to evaluate the longevity of an industry before you work in that industry. If there is no credible future plan for the industry, it is advisable that you make a move and get out of it. Number 2. Maintaining an emergency fund. I am almost sure that this is not the first time that you will hear of an emergency fund. In the new world where more uncertainties definitely arise, it is vital to have this kind of money saved. For those unfamiliar with an emergency fund, why is it vital? An emergency fund is money set aside for unforeseen occurrences that have financial effects. It keeps you out of debt, as during that time it will not be necessary to borrow money to meet your financial necessities. And like I said, having an emergency fund was never more vital than it is now. Maintaining an emergency reserve is the most important money move you can make in today's financial environment. Nobody wants bad things to happen, but there are uncertainties and things that can go round the clock, like losing your job, decreasing your investment, or even suffering from a natural disaster. Emergency finances prepare you for those difficult times and prepare you for what is to come. It is worth highlighting that roughly 50% of people have no savings for an emergency, either because they don't recognise the need or because the maintenance of an emergency fund is tough for them. Ideally, your monthly spending should include an emergency reserve of between 3 and 6 months, and it is riskier for those who do not work. I recommend setting aside a year's worth of money. If you do not have an emergency fund, you should first understand the importance of having money set aside for unforeseen circumstances, and then start saving money, even if it is in small amounts. You should develop a budget outlining your monthly living costs so that you can save enough money to overcome any disaster. Number 3. Extending your golden years. When you retire, your golden years begin. However, before you reach them, you must start making arrangements for these incredible years. When you have time to retire, money is the last thing about which you want to worry about. Have you been working for years and want to get back and relax? Now, in your golden years, you will find other things that mean more to you. However, we cannot deny that money will determine retirement duration and living standards. If you haven't saved enough money, you might have to push off retirement for a couple of years, or retire but live more frugally than you want. This is why a money move you have to make now is to begin planning for your golden years. When you retire, there are a few things you need to achieve that is financial security. In general, your annual living expenses saved for retirement should be up to 25 times greater. The easiest approach to saving for this is to save early, set a budget, and spend less than you earn to contribute more to your pension funds. A compound interest calculator can help you figure out how many years, what contribution rate, and what interest rate you need to invest in order to retire at your desired age. Then prepare a retirement plan and spend your time until the plan is complete. Number 4. Financial IQ investment. You can make the biggest investment ever by investing in yourself. One way to invest in yourself is to develop and improve your financial IQ. Your financial IQ is a measure of how well you understand your money and how well you connect. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest people, also agrees that the greatest investment you can make is in yourself. He thought it was vital to develop yourself, and that's why he spent a lot of time reading. Most of the world's wealthiest people today have the habit of reading and investing in their knowledge. If you want to be exceptional in this new financial age, you must learn to invest in your financial IQ. The amount of money that you can make, save and invest is determined by your financial IQ. It is possible to argue that a person earning $50,000 has a higher financial IQ than a person earning $10,000. Therefore, investing in your financial IQ will allow you to earn more money. Your financial IQ will also influence your budget. You must invest in your financial IQ in the new world of finance. Staying up to date in the finance industry gives you a benefit and increases your chances of becoming successful. By learning from financial books or attending seminars where they teach financial matters, you can invest in your financial IQ. Number 5. Generating income streams rather than new jobs. Now, more than ever, it has become apparent that you can't rely on one source of income to achieve true financial freedom, especially if that one source is from an employment job. If you are working for someone, well, nothing is wrong with it. It could be your goal to work and establish a successful career in a specific company, but in reality, having only one source of income may not suffice in this new financial environment. Not everyone can make a lot from the salary. There are a few hundred people whose pay is insufficient to support a person living comfortably. You must therefore not be limited by only one revenue source. Building non-job income streams in the new financial environment is a crucial financial move. It provides you with the financial freedom while also assisting you in the creation of wealth. The good thing is, together with your full-time work, you can start establishing a non-work source. These additional non-employment revenue streams can be built in numerous ways. The simplest way is to start a small business while you're working full-time. You think you don't have time, but actually you do. You're just not aware of it, and you always have enough time to create time. You can start a small business that you can work on in the evenings and at weekends when you're not working. For example, you can offer your skills as an online service, like you can freelance and launch a YouTube channel. You may have a market of the internet if you're skilled in graphics, writing, web design, or any skill you may think about. Tap into it, since there is sufficiently large internet and endless profit possibilities, as you can connect with almost anyone from anywhere in the world. Perhaps you are somebody with a lot of knowledge in a specific niche. If so, this knowledge can be translated into cash. You can, for example, build and sell online courses. There are obviously many ways to make money online. You can prevent the risk of no income by adding new streams of income if you have dropped from your job, which is always a possibility in this new financial world.